Hello, and welcome to Secret Agent Agency. My name is Kevin, and all men unto me. Joining me is Andrew. You out there?
Hello.
And Jihun is also here.
Yes, fortunately, my eyesight hasn't gone blind from the watching its eclipse.
Now, Andrew, your voice was good just seconds ago, but I want to ask, did you, lean away from your microphone significantly or something? When you
Yeah,
said
I was trying to get the cat on the audio.
Okay. I was just trying to figure out that there was a sound issue. So, as I was telling the boys, I've played a good amount of this game while we were on break from it over the past week. I learned that Chadley's virtual thing has rewards. And that includes the enemy skill materia, and also that is how you learn moves for enemy skill. So let me go over this really fast.
Oh, there's a really good one. I don't know if you have it.
I might. So let's look at Yuffie. We got this enemy skill, and I already have it at level 3. I've been busy. We got AP up. We have Steel, which now has Mug to it. And thank you for your resub. Where's your sub reward, biatch? It's not here. It's in another castle.
You promise, but you don't deliver. What are you, politician?
I'm still working on it.
That's what they all say.
So I'm wondering if it doesn't... Okay, it doesn't come under spells. So, oh wait, I can do combat settings. Okay, so Yuffie, I have enemy skill called Plasma Discharge.
Yep.
And what that does is it does a lightning AoE attack all around Yuffie whenever a ATB bar charges up. So every notch on the ATB, without her doing anything. I mean, you have to cast the buff, but after that one cast, anytime you gain an ATB bar, she zaps everything around her. On top of that, we can do some stuff like Mug, which when it hits the enemy, it refunds. It attacks and steals, and when it attacks the enemy, it hits them, and it refunds the ATB gauge.
Wow.
So effectively, you can fucking mash Mug and Plasma Discharge over and over and over. But, oh.
Yeah, this is a combo that I saw early on. I didn't want to talk about it until you had enemy skill.
So how do you learn enemy skill in this game?
Just get hit by it.
No. You to get the materia, you do a fight for Chadley's VR thing, and then there are fights to learn specific enemy skills in Chadley's VR. My understanding is it's entirely through Chadley.
Okay.
So you cannot just go to random battle and learn that skill?
I don't think so.
I don't know if that should be considered as convenient or hassle.
Yeah, that's the combo on the screen right there. It was Plasma Discharge, Mug, Brumal Form, Blindside, and just constantly trigger.
So Blindside and Brumal Form are weapon skills. There is a materia that was in Remake, and we're going to have it first accessible in Cosmo Canyon, called Synergy. What that does is whenever your main character uses a weapon skill, the NPC character who has Synergy equipped deals or does a free cast of whatever spell is on the materia attached to Synergy. So early on, all we're gonna have access to is your elemental materia, like fire, blizzard, that sort of thing. So we're going to be generating a lot of free ATB gauge and using our weapon skills to trigger Aerith to put down her her two fields, her astral field and the radiant ward.
Yeah,
that's the
word.
word. Yeah, she's gonna drop those two down, and then every time Yuffie does something, she's gonna double cast a spell and be invincible while she's charging the cast. That gets funny with a spell that you get later in the game called Comet.
Oh yeah.
Which takes around 2 seconds to cast, and it still works with synergy, and it's still double cast with Astral Ward, right? So we get to this point with Yuffie where every 2 seconds I just throw out, while I'm mashing Mug, I throw out a weapon skill, and that causes Aerith to double cast Comet and be invincible for like 5 seconds. What the fuck?
I'm looking forward to that. That was like one of the really high damage combos that I saw.
Yeah. So I accomplished that while we were away. So one thing I want to show you boys is actually going to be, I think, in Jihun. Yeah. So let me...
Another good like thing to slap on Yuffie, I don't know if you have it yet, is like something like Skill Master, which also boosts ATB generation from using weapon skills.
I might have
and then also
that.
like
Hang on.
ATB Assist, which is something you have to activate, but that also generates ATB. Like, it's not as useful now because we don't have synergy, but once we do, it'll be nutso. Like, one of the really busted trios in the game is Cloud, Aerith, and Yuffie because of that.
Yeah, I don't think I have it
It's
yet.
probably a Chadley reward.
Probably.
Or Chad points.
Yeah, I don't think I have it quite yet.
So how much of the area map have you cleared up?
So we only have access to about half of it because there's Mount Corel in the middle.
Okay.
And we have to get through that and go to the other side for the rest.
So I've made it to after your first foray into North Crater and the weapons get loosened across the world.
Jesus, dude.
And OG. And before the stream, we were kind of chatting about like the good old days of video games.
Yeah.
What have you. And I wanted to mention control scheme stuff. So replaying Final Fantasy VII OG, I think it still holds up for the story and what it delivers on that, because it's an older game. We were mentioning like older games kind of were more experimental and tried new things. And at the time, like a lot of the ideas that they had in that game were very unique to that game. But I'm not as much of a fan of the gameplay anymore of the original. It's like very simple. I mean, it's nearly identical to FF6. Basically,
yeah, I ran into that when I replayed Final Fantasy VI maybe 5 or so years ago. I was like, this doesn't play like I remembered it, basically.
And I will say I liked, like, between 6 and 7, I liked traveling around, or like just moving my characters around more on 6, based on the 2D plane versus the 3D plane. And I was double checking this because I was pretty sure of this fact. Based on the release dates with FF7 on PlayStation. Oh, hold on.
No, we lost Andrew.
You fucking died.
That's because you want a different side of the map.
I was climbing on the printer, and the printer's like near my microphone, so it was like starting to print shit. He like jumps and hits the scan button, and it scans nothing and prints out a blank sheet.
Oh,
what a good boy.
That is.
But so FF7 first released at like the beginning of the year in '97. The DualShock controller, which added 2 joysticks to the PlayStation controller, did not release until later that year.
Yes.
OG FF7 does not have analog control in any of its releases, because every subsequent re-release of FF7 is based on a
PC port.
previous revision that was based on, like, the PC version did not have, was like based on a previous version of the PlayStation release. I think there's some bugginess to it. And every re-release of the game is based on that PC version. So all versions of that game don't have analog control, and I don't like moving my characters on like the pseudo 3D field in that game because of how it feels to control the characters, because you only have 8-way movement.
Oh yeah.
I think FF8 and 9 don't have that issue. Those have analog control because they were
Yes.
released after. So funnily, I think re-releases of FF8 don't have analog.
What?
They're also based on the PC version. I think that only had 8-way movement too.
Damn it, people. Now that you mention that, it's kind of crazy how like 7 and 8 have like I don't know if it's simultaneous, but the 7 and 8 had a PS1 version and PC release, but not 9 for some reason. I wonder why.
9 was like at the end of the lifespan of the PlayStation.
Fair enough. Also, I've been told or heard that the graphical push for 9 was actually a lot compared to the previous 8 even.
Yeah.
I certainly poured their energy into the promotional aspect.
They'll be thrilled.
Well, 9 like pushed the envelope, I guess, of what the PlayStation could do at that
Yeah.
point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in this quest, we were told basically go south of the Crow's Nest to this like weird island, and there's something strange going on here. There's the Merc of Jihun, and there was an earlier side quest where Kyrie shows up, or Kyrie, I guess it's easier to call her Kyrie, and even though it's incorrect. She shows up and she's advertising herself as a mercenary, but she doesn't actually do any of the work. She seemingly relies on Cloud to come in and be like, like, I can't believe I'm helping you, and then he helps her, and then she takes the reward and fucks off, basically. So here's like another part of that quest.
Kyrie, Merc of Jihun. And you are. Oh man. Here I got all excited thinking I had a customer. Well, thanks for making the trip out here to say hi, fellow Merc.
Not your fellow anything. And quit calling yourself a merc. You're giving the real ones a bad name.
What even is a Merc? Nobody really knows. And besides, arguably this whole mess can be laid at your feet, mister. I came all the way out to Jihun to strike it rich, but nobody knows we're here, or even that we exist. Zero publicity, which means zero clients. I mean, this is business 101. Since you suck so bad at self-promotion, I had to pick up the slack and come up with an ad campaign. But, like, what's your brand? Tall, blonde, and not interested? Sounds like a one-way ticket to bankruptcy to me.
Allergies.
What? Shut up. This thing can talk?
Indeed.
Aww, aren't you just the most adorable boy? Hey, you know, I've always wanted a pet of my own. Come here, come to mama.
Oh, she did a classic Kiss Princess.
I have a couple of good comments after this cutscene's
Anyway,
over.
as I was saying, I'm putting in all this work for us, yet we haven't managed to bring in a single customer. And if we don't get one really soon, your CEO and PR head is as good as done. But not to worry, I put my creative skills to work and came up with this ditty. Pretty good, right? Folks be lining up in no time.
I feel like I have flan in this game.
Wait, monsters? Well, what could have drawn them here?
I'm sure
Oh,
your
this music's so
aggressive
attractive.
advertising has nothing to do with it.
Please, Cloud, you gotta help
I was
me.
re-listening to the Battle Royale music.
Nobody knows
It's so
how to take
good.
down monsters like a merc.
So hire yourself. You're a pro, aren't you?
Come on, don't be petty. Oh, I'll even give you some of these.
Pass.
Wait, our lives are in as much danger as hers now. We have to fight.
Taking her shit.
I mean, I know I didn't play the previous installment, but was she just a merchant? Not a
She didn't exist.
Oh, okay. What does she do?
It was in remake.
She's
but
a
not
remake
OG.
original. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
It's on you.
She had like a small quest that was related to the Angel of the Sun from Midgard. These guys, I guess, magic is the, yep. So Flan are in the FF7. I haven't, I think I also noticed, like, you fought, like, jellyfish enemies in this area, and those are also, I don't believe, related to that. I will know, I appreciate that over Palette Show. More weird enemies. I look forward to seeing more weird shit that you encounter later equivalent to Funhouse.
That's it. The gloves are off.
They're doing a good job of demonstrating that combo, but it gets even nuttier later.
It does.
Right where I want ya.
Oh, so the things I wanted to know. So there's lots of merc talk here. What's interesting is I recently read this. I guess the Japanese term, or like whatever they use in the original Japanese work file, is more equivalent to saying jack of all trades. They just kind of localize this mercenary. Kind of makes me think of Samus Aran Bounty Hunter.
Yeah.
That's also like a localization choice where I don't think it's closer to adventurer is what she would be with whatever Japanese term they use for her.
Yeah, because like some anime or manga, whenever these kind of characters, jack of all trade characters, usually they're like what, some kind of problem solver or like.
Yeah, problem solver. That's another good one for me.
Yeah. Like
So,
just skip.
here's the weakness to the Yuffie build. These enemies absorb electricity.
Okay.
Okay. Gotta change it up.
Yep.
Gonna pay.
Yeah, that's a sure side. I definitely see it coming. Wasn't expecting a lightning absorbing enemy to show up.
Well, we got Deep Protect and Detail. They bring Imperil from FF13 in this game too. That reduced weaknesses, like resistant to normal to weak, etc., etc.
Hang back. Let's do it.
Oh, we come across the auto unique material yet in the game?
I think so.
Like, you're gonna like, is that build is very strong, but you're kind of focused on one character. So having auto uniques is helpful to just burn ATB on other characters as they come up.
Here we go.
You guys are pretty tanky.
Don't overdo it.
Don't forget though, just keep allow changing your member. Oh, you did already.
Oh, what was one of the things? There was something I read up on. Like holding down the block button and like up down, you can do some weird shenanigans where characters work to where you are to do an attack.
Oh, yes.
It's fun reading the thread where people are like, what, that's a thing? Like people playing through the whole game never realize that various mechanics.
Well, some mechanic will first, not just this game, but in general. Sometimes like you don't know that mechanic exists until the game actually explicitly say it in your face. Or sometimes there was a tutorial.
That was teamwork.
Or there was a tutorial, but like they don't explain it orally. Oh, so I guess you didn't do. Oh, so what I was referring to earlier was like, is there a way to change the party member in the middle of the battle?
No,
Okay.
Do we have Magnify Cure yet, or we haven't activated Magnify?
we don't magnify.
Luckily, we have those mist potions. So.
This should do it.
Have you tried assessing them? Do they have like any status weaknesses?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to, huh?
Take the lead.
Let's do this.
Holy shit.
You might well use someone at this point.
Raise
You don't have high frames, I don't think, when you do synergy skills. Like, I think you can still take damage.
After you.
Don't give up. Perfect. Tick tock, tick tock. The boss is getting bored. To the limit, not throwing in the towel.
Cloud's still being eaten by the monster.
Yeah, we've been doing this, but it's okay.
Oh god.
Oh, you got to get out of the refocusing. Those are good.
Nice moves.
Oh nice, you can use the character that's outside of your party.
Yes.
Yeah, if you're in like dire straits, basically. Yeah, I need to assess these guys.
Another weirdo thing. So like on that game over screen, like the breakdown of like what your selections are can be a little confusing. I've heard many people going, "Oh, checkpoint," and then losing like an hour's worth of progress.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the most recent thing, like reload, is at the top option. Just, you always want to pretty much select the top option. So you're talking up to 1 plus Trusted Strat. There's a couple other ones. Aerith eventually gets something called Spellbound. And Yuki's Foxfire. Granted, those are really good for generating ECP.
Okay.
Don't think you'll walk away from this. Thank you. Ready for a comeback down? Thank you.
Failed to steal an item. Failed to steal an item.
God, I hated her message when I was playing the Final Fantasy 9. Like, you have to steal the item. There's only this boss that has the item. Okay, I'm trying to steal it. Fail. Like, fuck. I'm dying here.
I'm impatient.
So we assess this guy, what's his deal?
Hitting them with elemental damage will pressure them, but also cause them to develop a resistance and begin absorbing that element. Once they gather enough energy, they will unleash a powerful magic attack.
Interesting.
Huh.
But we don't have like non-elemental magic or anything.
So Yuffie's regular ninjutsu should be that, but I don't think I can turn it off now that it's on. Let's see.
She's a cool merc and so very nice. She will get the job done before I'm right.
That's the thing with Yuffie's shit is I don't think I can turn it off.
Yeah, one recommend might be bring the Aerith into this fight, with some elemental materia specifically.
This fight's not over yet. It'd make for a great commercial.
So the strat I'm reading is like, as you're building up pressure, just keep changing elements.
We gotta switch it out.
Take it over. Don't overdo it.
It's a good point. I have an idea.
Because I guess they'll lose the resistance they built up after you stagger them. Let's keep presuming that, but...
Had to go and wake the beast.
So another... You're not using Red 13 right now, but... Another strat that I saw for if you don't want to have to directly control him, just like steadfast block, precision defense focus on him makes him like really good for just tanking and building ATB.
Sleeping on a job. I can still fight.
Cool.
Let's do
So, like his vengeance mode abilities can be pretty crazy, like party-wide haste and the like. He's just like a really solid tanky support pack.
duty calls.
And we've seen him to be able to bust out pretty good damage. Like, you can't go wrong with like any character. Some of them have their like specific niches, but like, they're all solid teams in this game. Does Phoenix sound like a Rebirth plane?
I'm hoping so. I haven't used it yet. Oh, re-raise! Okay, revive. Okay, so he doesn't do like an attack and a hit, or an attack and heal.
Oh, it's only a single target, so...
Not throwing in the towel.
I was actually got off pretty good.
It worked! I have the buff! I have the buff!
Oh my god.
Oh yeah! Now you're in for it. Here I go.
You guys seem to take no physical damage, really.
Come on now, up and at it, you know. You're going Dexter. Right where I want that. So that was good, Jeff.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh, Rebirth Flame, so it does just use that at the end. Cool.
It'd make for a great commercial.
Yes!
That's really good.
Wanna beg for mercy?
Similarly, I guess anyone's down would just get revived. And that's the update. Okay, they have to. So you gotta change it. Element. Oh, okay, no. Once they, yeah, so once they are staggered, they lose their.
Now I know why I wasn't getting any customers. Nobody could get past all those uglies.
I'm glad you learned something.
Oh well. Guess I'll just have to close up shop and clear out. Anyway, I'm gonna split, but I'm sure you can take it from here. Catch you later, fellow merc.
Hey,
Oh, we got a Chocobo gear design.
Wanna leave with Mama? Come on, you know you do. Okay, later.
I wouldn't wish her on my worst enemy.
you and me both.
So that kind of stance growl thing he does, that's kind of in the original, isn't it? You just played it, so. Where he just kind of gets like...
I mean, the animations are pretty simplistic. He does do like a little howl or bark animation of it.
What happened to that merc?
She moved on.
Bummer. Well, guess we should get this place cleaned up. Oh yeah, Rhonda was telling me you do merc work on the side too. For real? I can't believe you didn't say anything.
I guess
Best
Jacob
buds
are
don't keep
also rocking
secrets, you know.
shades.
But I hope you'll lend me a hand the next time I need help.
Oh, that's...
Oh, that's ours?
Oh, no, it's not. That's incredible. Yeah, he's... Wait, that is ours. It automatically put the mercenary gear in our chocobo. That's fucked up.
Oh.
You got the shades now,
Avalanche
dang.
by day, traveling mercs by night. I don't know how you dudes find the time to do it all.
Okay, so one more mission I wanted to do. I don't know how to get up here, but I'm gonna do my best. Yeah, I guess we can't Skyrim that.
Yeah.
See that mountain? Can you go up that? Oh, I just suddenly realized Bloodborne is almost a decade old.
Oh,
Came out in
Still no news of a
was it
remaster.
2015.
Welcome to the Crow's Nest. Feel free to rest up here.
Welcome to the crow's nest. Pretty sweet.
Watching a all bosses speedrun earlier of it. Oh, have you gotten any more Queen's Blood cards as your deck?
Oh, yes. So I never fought the guys who are right here, and one of them had like this crazy cutscene that maybe I can like go back and load another save file and show you guys. It was a weird cutscene. There was like a guy with question marks talking in something resembling the Shadow Realm.
Oh shit.
Yeah, the Queen's Blood storyline seems like it's very Yu-Gi-Oh!
Well, once we get enough cards, I have a deck list and a primer on what seems to be a pretty unbeatable deck.
Okay.
It's the I know last time we were together, it was kind of we had like sort of tutorials on concepts and just like we got the cards for them, and it seems like end game really strong builds are the destroy type effects where you kind of like play cards, destroy them, and get like a bonus of some sort for doing that.
So there was an NPC that did that concept, and I got one of those like self-destroyer cards. I don't remember what it's called, but I do also have the Tomberry King, I guess, which would be a part of that strategy. All right, here we go. Haven't been up here.
Oh, care to join us, young lady? We've got a lovely breeze blowing today.
You certainly do. So, what are you all looking at?
We're on the lookout for the Great Condor. We try to catch sight of it every time it takes flight. Make sure it's in good health and all that. It's not really a danger to people, but its hunger can drive it to hunt larger prey. Let's just hope it never develops a taste for us. Surely you've seen our newsletter, haven't you? It's filled with fun facts about our beloved bird. I'm quite proud of it.
Sir,
I don't think the condor is going to show today. Maybe we should head back.
No, let's wait a little longer, lad. That bird's got me a bit worried. Haven't seen it in a fair while now.
I wonder if we should have given it something to eat after all.
Perhaps. I put a post up on the notice board asking for help, but,
Well, if you're still looking for volunteers, we'd be more than happy to help.
well, far be it from me to turn down such an offer. It's a grand old bird. Makes its nest on a small island just a stone's throw from here. Even saved my life back when I was a lad, if you can believe it. The condor was looking out for me that day, so I thought I should start looking out for it. Keep tabs on its well-being and whatnot. It's a proud creature, a hunter at heart. We've
Yeah,
tried
I
to feed
saved
it before, but it
two
seems to
side
prefer
quests
catching
that
its
seemed
own prey.
interesting.
If something
Okay.
smelled
One because
enticing
Kyrie
enough,
is
though,
funny, and the
it
other
might be
because
moved
the
to come
condor
and
is
take a
cool.
closer look,
I remember it being
suspect.
cool in the original game.
Back during the war, I was running from some Shinra troopers when one of them got me in the back. I fell to the ground. I thought I was done for, until that bird snatched me up and flew me to the next town over. I sometimes wonder if it mistook me for its supper. I never managed to regain the use of my legs, unfortunately. But I feel my spirits soar when I watch that condor fly. I may be stuck here, but at least they're still free. Thank you. I appreciate it.
One of the condor's favorite hunting spots is in the woods nearby. You'll need a chocobo that can manage the climb to get there. It's pretty tough.
Okay, so now it's over there. Okay, Chocobo's back to the gear I put him in.
Look, over there.
That's all that mattered.
Quietly approach the cow. I don't see a cow. Ah,
Be quiet now.
Be very, very quiet.
Gotta be quiet when we milk it too.
what? I'm guessing that's scripted.
There goes the condor's dinner.
Maybe we can track its scent.
Seeing how there's a telling you to check the sand and thing going, mechanic going on, I guess it was scripted.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about? I mean, do you guys feel like sometimes playing game is a hassle, like a chore?
Yeah, that's how I feel
Certain
about
games
open
can be
world
that
games.
way.
I was looking at my Steam library. I'm like, yeah, like, I haven't played this game. Like, I want to play a game, but at the same time, like, do I really want to play it? It feels good.
So, not to put too hard of a point on this, but speaking of that, I've had some free time at work, and I've been trying out some Dragon Quest games. My idea was that I was going to start from like the 3D ones, so that would put me at starting at 7. And
7, yeah.
I played a bit of 7 on the 3DS,
Chocobo can track 'em.
and I got to a point. I got to a point where I was like, "Hold on, is this what the entire game is going to be like?"
Yes.
And I, at this point, Googled that, basically, ended up on a Wikipedia article where they were like, yeah, with DQ7, we wanted to do something different. And there's kind of this, like, it's this collectathon where you're getting, like, all these pieces of, like, a puzzle, basically. And that collecting those, like, kind of unlocks another area to go explore and collect more pieces of the puzzle. And while you're doing this, you're also recruiting people for the this, like, base building mini game that is also in it, right? Where you kind of have, like, a town that you're building up. Is that more or less correct, Andrew?
Yeah.
And so once I realized that was a core loop, I was like, this isn't necessarily bad, but it wasn't my expectations going in. And it's also not like the core Dragon Quest experience.
Very quick, before I get on your chocobo.
That's kind of what I wanted.
I want to note, so Dragon Quest VII, that would not be one I would recommend to play first, because that is the most Dragon Quest game. It's just a series of, like, many endless, like, short story sequences that lead to another short story sequence. It's a long time before the main narrative even kicks in, and that's not the point of that game.
Yeah.
I would recommend, if you want to play the 3D games, 8 and 11 are the best for that.
That's what I'm doing now.
And 8 is also on 3DS.
Yeah. So, after playing DQ7 for about 3 days, I've started DQ8 yesterday. And I'm having a time that is more of what I expected. It's, you know, it's good, but it's also very, I just feel like Dragon Quest is like RPGs by the book.
Yeah.
They're also like basically the inventors of that, right? Like Dragon Quest is basically the inventor of the console RPG.
Yeah, but I forget when Dragon Quest 1 first came out on the Famicom, right? It's like very early on, I think, in the console's life cycle. It predates Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Yep.
I enjoy the series overall, some more than others. I always felt like later versions were just kind of better than earlier ones for the most part, just because the same core gameplay loop, same core combat gameplay exists between all the games, but future releases kind of help streamline or like add a little their own unique spin to it. I definitely say like 8 and 11 are probably the most flashy and fun to play.
For a record, I have 11 as well on Steam Deck.
11's really good. I think it's overall my fave next to 5 and 8.
So what's special about 5, in your opinion? Just curious.
So like I say, like they play it safe, and that one has its very own unique concept of the main narrative and story, and the hero of destiny. Because in every single game, you're the hero of destiny, but yeah, it's a little different in 5.
Okay. Yeah, my original thought was I was going to play the 3D ones, like, you know, starting at 7, go up through 11, and then if I wanted more, I would go back and do the older 2D ones, right?
I would say if you don't like 7, you're probably not gonna like 9.
Okay.
It has a similar shtick where you go to this town and you have like an extended story sequence in that town, and then you're done with that town, and then you go to another town, and it's like the same just series of events style game, though that has a more ever-present narrative versus 7.
Okay.
Like, I guess 7's ever-present narrative is unsealing continents from the past.
Yeah.
In 9, you're searching for the dragon rocks. You ever play any of the Dragon Quest games?
Nope.
Yeah, same advice with having to get every interest. You want to play 8 or 11.
Yeah. When I owned the very first Dragon Quest, or Dragon Warrior for the NES, right? And I played that to completion, but I was very young when I did.
That's a very simple, fun little game.
Yeah.
I think you can beat that entire game in just a couple hours if you know where the key items are.
Damn.
Like most of the gameplay at that point would just be grinding to get enough level. Because there is a minimum level requirement to beat the game.
This should do it.
You need so much hit points.
I think I still know what you're talking about, yeah.
Just great. Thank you. Just bingo. There. Get lost.
Guys, it's like power resistant for sure.
I think it might just be like a mini boss. I'm gonna try assessing it just in case.
I got your number.
Weak to wind. Once pressured, it will fly high into the air. Okay.
Oh, it's my understanding that there's a couple future battles where they probably will have to fix this. They've released updates that have tweaked certain things. Like there's like some SS strings that basically lie to you.
Oh, seriously?
Like what they tell you is like the opposite of what you actually want to do.
That's ridiculous.
There's a summon fight later that is very much the case.
I wonder whose fault that is. Is it the localization team or the actual developer who...
That I don't know. Yeah, plus that mist potion or something.
Mist Potion barely does anything. It's kind of the problem I've been having. I can't keep up with the damage if I just Mist Potion.
We have mist high potions unlocked yet?
Yes, but they take stuff to craft that is rare.
We have prayer.
Yes. But it's on Aerith.
Okay.
Be careful.
We're still trying to like manipulate things so you don't have Aerith's happiness gauge too high versus Lucas.
I'm trying. Yeah, a little bit of a spoiler, but I think Aerith's date is probably the worst date. Having watched
I got Barrett in my replay of OG. I like Barrett. Get some bro time. He was just like, why are you with me and not any of the other ladies?
Yeah.
He went down like a chump once you staggered him.
Yeah.
What do we do now?
Oh. Monster flesh.
Get a different reward.
I don't know. Not really doing it for a reward, just checking this out, you know.
Party EXP. Most important of all.
Alright, I'm gonna pull Aerith instead of Tifa. Or maybe I'll do red. Been a while since I read on the team. Okay, so I'm... just checking. Okay, I'm guessing just up. More up.
Out of the wormhole.
Oh wait, this is the way back down.
Oh yeah, so this week on April 8th, 3DS like online server stuff is like just completely down now.
Along with
Yeah.
the Wii U, yeah.
Yeah, 3DS and Wii U.
My understanding is Pokemon Bank is still up for a little bit longer, right?
For now.
Yeah. But like everything else is down. Spot Pass, all that stuff.
Yep.
There's a group, I believe they're called Pretendo, that
Yep.
is
That's a Pretendo.
that is working on kind of private server-esque 3DS experience.
It's already working with several games, is my understanding. That's still being worked on.
Mm-hmm.
So that's awesome. People who
Yeah.
want to be able to experience that kind of stuff. Like, I still feel like I got back into Pokemon with Kevin with X and Y, which, funnily enough, are probably like the weakest Pokemon games of those generations of the 3D Pokemon games. I guess they're the newest ones. But,
as we've talked to death about, like, the X and Y games, as malign as they are, they probably have, like, the best online experience overall.
Yes.
Because you can just drop in and out.
I forget what it was called. I was looking to say GTS, but that was in
yeah,
earlier games. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, it's basically like an app.
It utilizes the bottom screen, and it's like so easy, drop in, drop out, multiplay, trade, whatever. It was amazing. It made the experience of coming back to Pokemon really, really fun and inviting.
And then
Every
they put
subsequent
more
release has
and
been
more
worse.
and more barriers between playing with other people.
Damn it, Nintendo, why do you hate fun?
That's all Pokemon Company Game Freak, I guess. Yeah, Nintendo is the publisher.
Oh, you're back. Hope it wasn't too much trouble.
You can
Throw your
I'm
monster
kind of
meat, pal.
curious.
Thank you.
Curious if Game Freak is at this point kind of forced to make Pokemon.
I mean, they have
I've never
timetables
seen
they
it
gotta
in that
stick
particular
to,
color.
crunch
Are
time.
you sure it's safe for Condor consumption?
Gotta say, it's kinda nice, looking up and seeing a blue sky.
Beats a steel one, that's for sure.
Though at least with the steel sky you know your limits. Out here, it's endless. I kinda get what Aerith was saying now.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey, look!
What a sight. I never dreamed I'd be able to see it up close like this.
Oh, wait. We have to get a photograph. Grab the
Big
camera.
ass copter.
Yes, sir.
Come on. Gather around, everyone. Quickly, quickly.
Say cheese. Oh. What?
She is not a good photographer. She's like
So
shaking
That
the
is
camera all
very
over the...
amateurish.
I hope so.
Yeah.
It just showed
That's
up.
really poor
I could
camera
barely hold my
technique.
camera and...
Really? Couldn't tell from a shot like this.
It'd be real funny if the camera does come out like blurry as hell.
Well, I haven't looked this happy since I was a lad. It's precious moments like these that make Condor watching so exhilarating. You never know what to expect. Well, Scouts, let's finish writing up today's report and start preparing for our next fateful encounter.
Sir!
And hopefully next time we'll be able to snap a clear picture of that bird.
Shade.
Miss, I'd like you to have this as a souvenir.
What? That's actually a startlingly
Nice
great
face,
picture,
Cloud.
given how she was like just shaking the camera around and she was.
Who knows? Maybe the AI technology or the camera technology is so advanced that, like, no matter how shaky you are, it's smart enough to capture the moment or something, I guess.
I blew it again, just like I always do.
So I was kind of wondering if
I'm nothing but a colossal failure.
depending
With
on
like a
your
really
speed-
low shutter speed or something.
yeah, depending on your choice of meat, I was kind of wondering if it changed the end of the quest or something, or reward.
I don't think so. Didn't seem to. Okay, so I need to go back here.
You take a boat.
Yeah, let me see if I can do that from here.
So, need a lift somewhere?
Yeah, okay, Costa. We're taking a chocobo boat. Chocoboat. Oh, and I've still been playing SMT4, the original one. And I kind of got a little lost in the plot. Like, one thing I don't remember having as much trouble with when I was, I guess 10 years younger versus now is I'm having trouble actually, like, figuring out what the story wants me to do, where it wants me to go.
Which game is this?
SMT4.
So that one is infamous for like the world map. The Tokyo world map is like a fucking maze.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the.
It's such a pain in the ass to navigate and get around. Apocalypse, the kind of sidequel game, is like a much clearer world map versus SMT4.
Well, Kevin's confused about the goal, the general goal of that story, right?
Yeah,
Oh.
because like the early story, like your quest just says find the black samurai. I don't know. And it's like, oh. Okay. Thanks, Quirky. Bad. Okay. So, yeah, your quest is just like find the black samurai. I don't know. And it turns out you have to like talk to a specific NPC that, like, I don't know, normally you wouldn't really bother with. And then he like tells you where to go. But I was stuck on that for a while, and I eventually like had to look up like, oh, talk to this specific guy. I was like, oh, okay. It was like one of the side characters at the bar. And while I was like figuring that out, I was like, well, I'll just do a bunch of side quests, goof around and stuff. And I ended up getting like way over leveled. So
You have
now
all
the
like the
game's,
broken DLC.
I do have all that, but I haven't really been partaking that much.
So somebody who did not play the game, my memory on that game is hazy, but it's like you play the quote-unquote samurai, which is a warrior that exists in a land where it's flying above the Tokyo.
Yeah, it's a landmass for Tokyo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you found out that the actual Tokyo and your country was divided for the sake of protection, I believe.
I mean, I can explain that. I don't know if Kevin remembers, but backstory in that game's kind of weird.
It feels like it's kind of a quasi sequel to Strange Journey, is it not? Because of like all the Demonica stuff. Like the Black Samurai is basically a person in a black Demonica outfit.
So
That was Jack Squad in Strange Journey, but it's kind of like more of a reference to possibly taking place in the same universe.
Enjoy staring at ruined reactors.
Right. You grew up around here, didn't you?
Purpose in the story, parent time.
Hey, Cloud. Materia's like super condensed Mako or something, right?
So?
So? that means wherever we find Mako, we'll find materia too. All right, timeout's over, team. Let's go.
You know, Yuffie, when you're part of a team, you can't just do whatever you feel like.
I'm gonna presume if Barrett's gonna be on our team, Yuffie's not leaving it, right?
So that's
Yeah, probably not.
fine. Permission to
Yuffie's
sing, sir.
really OP, except against lightning absorber
Permission to
enemies.
scratch my back,
I know
sir.
from what I read,
Permission
Barrett's
to
kind of like
blow my nose,
old,
sir.
reliable. You can always rely on him for generating ATB and hitting
Get
anything
permission to
Yeah.
yell
from
at
anywhere.
you.
Because in this game, my understanding is it took out his close range options. He is all long
While
range,
you're warming the
which
bench.
means he's
I'm
everywhere.
adoring the conversation that's going on.
Yeah, the
How'd you put up with this jerk?
the Barrett Yuffie
His good
stuff should be
qualities
pretty
outweigh
fun.
the bad.
Yeah, by how much?
I read
Like
a
51%
a
good guys who
comment
49%
somewhere on
jerk
Reddit, I
face.
think,
Maybe a
that
little
described Barrett as
So what?
can't
like
help
a 55,
he can't
45
help but
split?
be a
Close
father
to.
to every single person he
Not
meets.
you too, Tifa.
That's also an observation. Yeah.
And I
He's the
really
one with
like
the
that
adopted
description
daughter.
about him. Yeah. But I feel like all of like Avalanche, the party and stuff, they're all like basically his adopted kids. Wondering if there's anything this way.
Think Aerith might need a break.
Sorry. My legs are killing me.
Let's rest here.
But if we stop now, the materia... I mean, the mystery men might slip away. Hey, I know what to do. I'll go on ahead and scout the area for us. You guys can catch up later. Well, see ya.
Catch up later, my ass.
Think I'd better go keep an eye on them.
Oh, okay, we're
Barrett's
splitting the party.
not himself right now, you know?
I know.
Take your time, okay? No need to rush.
Thanks. Will do.
Oh, so I wasn't really able to comment much the last time because I was like in a hotel room
Yeah.
with Donna trying to sleep next to me too. But didn't we see like Aerith's holy materia kind of like devoid of like light or something when she was like getting changed? Was that a thing, or I imagine that?
I cannot recall. I must have missed that scene.
I don't recall it from the stream, but I do know about it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like in the changing room. She had to like take her hair tie off, and like it was like clear, which is not the case in the original. It's like
Yeah.
kind of like a greenish white in the original.
Right. I guess that's like the first hint of something that's going to get brought up later. But good catch.
Because we also saw at the opening of the game with the very bizarre, probably alt timeline with
Yeah.
Zack. And in that we did see it drop, and I'm pretty sure that was lit up.
Yeah, the parallel timeline.
Yeah. Kevin knows about this shit. I don't. I'm just kind of spitballing. I still don't know the ending of the game.
So I will tell you that the way that they kind of show you what timeline is happening is, Stamp the dog is a different breed of dog. So I think he's a beagle in like the main timeline that we're playing, and I think he's a terrier maybe.
Okay.
In the first timeline we saw with Zack. Keep an eye out on that, because the game shows you its hand.
I'm pretty sure we'll see Zack again.
And I would not have caught on that.
Coming back to that.
Definitely, that's different than something I would have caught on my own, especially as a side watcher.
I mean, I saw that in Remake. At the very ending
Yeah.
of Remake, you see
Everyone
Zack
noticed
in it.
that in Remake, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, a different looking stamp on like a newspaper goes flying by or something.
It's like a potato chip bag, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, Jihun, the ending of Remake very much like flies the bag into your face. Like you have to look at it.
Oh,
you
okay.
know, it's like it's a whole thing.
I'm just curious where things go.
Yep.
Jumping on the really random topic. But is something Kevin's aware of that all the design like how the company's horrible, all that yada yada yada.
Oh yeah, have there been any new developments? I feel like after the initial drama, anything else is just people just blowing smoke over nothing.
So it is getting worse. Not with the company themselves, but the people who are supporting it. Like there are still people who support the company and their talent. And then so they're called for the time being they're called the DG sisters because it's mostly women supporting the male talents, like those K-pop fanatics. So they're like, you can't call us DG sister, that's a racist. What the fuck? What part of that is a fucking racist?
Well, it's sexist. But
no,
yeah.
they straight up says racist. I'm like, please enlighten me on how this is a fucking racist.
I think somebody just said the wrong thing.
Yeah, and what's the thing is like they're saying like don't be meanest or like don't be so discriminating. What the fuck? You guys brought this on yourself because some of them are like harassing the people that left the company.
I would prefer to call them what they are, which is bootlickers.
Basically.
Never in doubt.
And then, I mean, this is it's just astonishing how some people are so loyal to the company. They're just trying to rip them off because the company just like recently put out the hiring for their overseas talent management, but they want somebody straight from out of a high school. They're on their job posting.
Yeah, they want people who are willing to work for cheap and for exposure.
Yep. So the reason I brought it up.
I feel like the market for VTubing both leans young and leans old. Because I feel like young people have a lot of energy and like kind of the spastic nature that like you kind of need to lean into. I feel like to be a successful VTuber most of the time, right? Like people like that chaos that comes with, I guess, being young, but also you find a lot of people who are, particularly women, I guess, who are like in their mid to late 30s or something like that, who's I don't really like referring to it this way, but I guess like their looks are starting to fade and things like that, like they're less marketable in that way.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's definitely one beauty of VTubers. Like, as long as you hide your face well, nobody's know what you look like, and you don't have to worry about things. Even for like young girl, or like not, it's basically for the sake of hiding, not only hiding your identity, but also like hiding your face from criticism. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
Even a normal looking person put on some makeup and then people are gonna start shit talking about your face. Like, oh my god, look at the layer of foundation. Like, Jesus Christ, dude, back off.
Yeah.
But the reason I just brought that up was because one of the HoloLive girl is online, and I remember somebody saying that during the Lee Senji's interview, straight up said like, so tell us how you're gonna get more viewership than Kura.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? That's like straight up saying like working with a streamer for the first time and saying like, yeah. So tell me how you're gonna get more subscribers than PewDiePie.
Yeah. So how are you gonna defeat Logan Paul? You know, like.
It's like, what kind of question is that?
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, the company should be the one with the idea. Crazy.
Oh, you're running for mayor? Well, how are you gonna become president?
Shit. Oh, you gonna what's the other? Who's popular on the pop culture right now? Are you gonna be our new Marvel character or new Marvel star? Tell me how you gonna be better than Chris Evans or Robert Downey Jr. It is nuts how some company act.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, RDJ said he's down for more movies as Iron Man if they figure out like I don't know, time travel shenanigans or something. Because his character's dead. But
Didn't he also at the same time? Didn't he like? Oh, that was more of Chris Evans though, wasn't it? Like how they retired their character.
maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I remember Chris Evans saying like he didn't talk shit about it, but he did it make it sound like glad that he's done with it because now that he's free from the role and he can do whatever he can film whatever he wants. Which I respect that because I don't know if somebody actually verified this, but when you're working as a Marvel character, you're not allowed to film anything else. I guess there's like conflict of a character, I guess. Yeah, I think, and then what was it? The first thing, as far as I remember, I could be wrong, but that the first thing Chris Evans film or came out star was House of Knives, I believe, the mystery film, the murder mystery.
I've only seen him in Marvel movies and Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah. Oh, also, which is funny because I was about to say something else, but yeah, I remember he was in another Marvel movie, Fantastic Four, before the whole Marvel cinematic universe. I was like, yeah, he was in there, wasn't he?
I'm fucking lost, by the way.
Yeah. Donna's back.
Hi.
Hello. Just a mail bonding time, nothing suspicious.
Oh.
What's happening?
We got into casino.
I think maybe I found something, maybe? I don't know. Can I do anything with this? Hello?
Is there a switch?
Well, if we're going to Coral is the area just before the gold saucer, and they have like whatever those probably.
Oh, I haven't been here yet. Okay.
It's on you.
Oh, so quick question.
Okay.
So you're planning to build another PC soon?
To do what?
You're gonna build another PC soon?
Yes.
What type of processor are you gonna get?
I'm looking at a Ryzen 7800 3D.
Okay. The reason I brought this up because I was looking into some, because I do need a new PC, but I just don't have it in me to build PC. So I was going looking for a pre-built.
Okay.
But like for some reason, like whenever choose anything other than i5, the pre-built PC company will be like, yeah, make sure you choose an extra fan power for CPU cooler. What? And I asked around, and apparently i7 gets super hot nowadays. Anything other than i5 gets super hot, so you have to get a more powerful cooler. Is that a thing?
I was just going to get a it's called an all-in-one with a radiator. Regardless. Just to do something different when they replace it.
Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, definitely need to get into the new PC, but luckily the whole PC market nowadays isn't that crazy with the price of GPU kind of like calming down a little bit.
Yeah, it's calming down because Nvidia released a line of supers, and the one that I'm looking at is the 4080 Super, which is $1,000.
Is it 1,000 or 2,000?
1,000.
1,000. Oof. And fucking graphic cards price of probably a festival. Jesus.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, is until recently the 4090 was like $2,000.
Yep.
And the 4080 Super makes that very much not worth it.
This one's for you! Moving on then.
I like Yuki's graffiti.
Guess I gotta.
We're going more on. Oh, yeah.
It's over. No time to waste.
With the berserk frowny face.
Oh yeah, so before the stream tonight, we were talking about like classic video games and what draws me to like kind of retro games and stuff. And one for like I want to get back to that topic because we started talking about FF7 and that leaned like nicely back into this game. I never got to talk what I wanted to talk about. So my thing with that is, for me, it's not just about video games. Like, I like modernizing retro technology, like particularly from like the 80s and early 90s and stuff like that. Because I do that with like audio equipment and consoles and stuff like that. And recently I've done some work on a Saturn and Dreamcast. I put optical drive emulators in them, that sort of thing. Just get them ready for some streaming on them that I'm going to be doing later on.
You're done.
So look forward to that. But I think I just like finding solutions for making old stuff work conveniently in the modern day. And there's a bit of like a cottage industry built around that with places like Castlemania and Stone Age Gamer and stuff like that. Just like storefronts of people trying to make modern conveniences happen for like their older game consoles, and that's fun. Making them look good on LCD TVs and stuff like that. So that's definitely a part of it for me. But also I think what actually draws me towards like retro console gaming is often games were made by like a team of like between 1 and 5 people, and as you know, teams got larger and larger, you know, eventually got to like 20 or 30 was like a big team. And hang on, I'm fucking lost again. Do I need to go down here?
Unfortunately, Kevin.
Just gotta keep going up. Oh yeah, I guess down.
Down to go up. So
Go ahead.
like I feel like the costs of okay, so when I was a kid, I wanted to work in the video game industry, and something changed, and it took me a while to be able to like put my finger on it, for me to be like, actually I don't want to do this anymore. And I think it was when it became less of like a hobbyist thing, or like these small teams, like where like every game was essentially an indie game, and now you have to you know, impress venture capitalists and people in suits and shit like that. And it just seems more and more frustrating to have like have games with real art in them be made, you know, where it wasn't like designed by committee, you know, or our market research dictates that, you know, people spend more money when they're pressured to buy loot boxes and things like that, you know. Like, something got like really fucked up with gaming in like the last like I don't know. I got disillusioned with gaming like probably about 15 years ago. As I saw things just getting larger and larger and more complex, dealing with stuff that I felt didn't really matter. I mean, obviously I still like plenty of games that come out now, but I also just get really excited about like playing an older game that has maybe just 20 people's blood, sweat, and tears in it, you know, and they didn't have to conform to like the money man's ideas about like what needs to be in the game and stuff like that. And I get to play it on something that half of it I basically build with my own hands, you know? Like, the only thing original on my Dreamcast now is the main board. So, stuff like that. I get really excited about things like that.
You sure you want to fight?
For me, it'd probably be mostly like nostalgia, kind of being back into that kind of simpler time, kind of replaying older games. But I will note that I am drawn to a lot of indies. Like, I played the shit out of Loop Hero not that long ago, like 100% of the game. That's a game styled after old 2D graphics. I don't think it had anywhere near the number of people working on it versus like modern AAA style games. Very nice like chiptune musical score. So like I get drawn to a lot of indies these days.
I'll take care of them.
Yeah, and I do too. But I feel like even a lot of like modern indie games always feel like they're missing something to me. And I think some of it's just like, one of the things about retro games specifically is they were all working under like massive like hardware restrictions and stuff like that. Whereas now I feel like as long as you have like the coding knowledge needed to make it, like you can pretty much make anything you want, have it look however you want, that sort of thing. And you don't really have to deal with restrictions so much, except for like budget and things like that that are boring to talk about, you know. Fuck, I'm back here.
It's my own circle. Where's the more up?
For me, I guess it's a contrary to what you guys are standing for, because for me, I cannot play the old game because I'm so spoiled by the like some story delivery of a modern gaming with the voice acting and the facial expression. So like for me to play like Final Fantasy IV with the emotional delivery, I'm like, yeah, I'm sure this part is emotional, but I'm reading it text.
So on that specific note, I love Disco Elysium. You guys know that we played it together.
Oh yeah,
it has become one of my very favorite games, if not my favorite. It is way up there for me. I don't know if I would have had the same feeling or have made it as far as I did through the game if it didn't have voice acting. The voice acting is the glue that I feel holds that game together.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it carries it, but yeah, the glue that binds it for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I think it'd still be a great game without it, so it definitely elevates it.
Yeah, so like modern stuff is great, you know. I'm playing a great modern game right now. But also, I feel like games like Shenmue 1 and 2 that, you know, we played them, they're fucking terrible, and I love them, and I have these complicated feelings about how much I actually love those games. I do. You know,
I don't.
But a game like that could not be made today, except you know, Shenmue 3, which got made by nostalgia dollars.
Yeah, Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Only to be backstabbed by the creators. I don't know if backstabbing is too hard. I feel like they think the word backstabbing in the situation is kind of harsh. But
I don't hate backstabbing. Like, what was the original tip? Like, a continuation or a
continuation / conclusion to the side.
Alright, well, apparently it wasn't the second one.
Yeah. Yeah, we will eventually play the third Shenmue game. We will. We have to. But I would have, if I had to make that game, I would have done something totally different with it, because the story feels like it's a filler episode in like the larger Shenmue plotline, and it goes nowhere, does nothing with the time it has, and ends on a cliffhanger.
I can't wait to see that.
And not only that, so I saw some gameplay, but the gameplay is definitely stuck on that Shenmue 1 and 2 era, the game. I'm like,
I mean, at the end of the day, that's what people wanted.
I guess, which now that part is really hard to argue. Like, do you have to improve it for modern gaming, or do you stick with the old style? It's definitely eternal debate.
I feel like the weirdness of Shenmue that's almost like indescribable, but it's in like all the details that make the game just kind of a clunky, awkward mess. Like, I feel like if you tried to modernize Shenmue, you just end up with a worse Yakuza game.
Yeah.
You know? Whereas I feel like a lot of Shenmue's identity is in how mechanically bizarre it is.
All done.
Red 13 is so weird, but also I enjoy playing as him because he doesn't move like a person.
You greet each other. It's proper.
I mean, you gotta make sure, when you control him, you gotta make the noise.
Well, I'll be. Finally, folks who've got some manners.
Yeah, here boy.
I don't get it. Tons of folks hiking up the mountain today, and not a one
Just
of us so
weird
much
to
as nodded
this
my
one.
way. Even try calling out to
He growls.
fellas all in black. Silence. I guess these days never learn to greet each other or something.
We made it to most up.
Okay.
Catch
So
her to
grab
turn
the
on
logic
again.
This way.
Oh, look at these guys. Looks like magic.
Oh,
Let's do this. Listen it. Hope it's not
Feeling chilly?
I think you're gonna like getting dropped for like no health for like every one of these points.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. That'll do.
For some reason, I keep thinking I raise.
Okay, up and at 'em.
Oh, you don't have life material yet?
No.
Sorry, but I gotta.
I wonder what level they'll start you on in the final title. What was the starting level in this game? 15 or something?
Something like that.
I do know the max level in this game.
It's like 75 or 80, isn't it?
It's like 70, I think.
Okay.
Last game will have to be 99. It was 50 in remake.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so there's actually something not filled out on my map for once as I'm lost. I should probably heal. Yeah, mist potions basically do nothing. It's a shame.
Oh, you get it earlier.
We do this fast. Here we go. So long.
One more shot.
Hey, that was an easy fight. What happened there? Oh. Okay.
It was not fully loaded textures.
It looked like something just like slimed the building.
Some Nickelodeon gag.
Yeah. Just got slimed. Oh my fucking god.
Oh, speaking of slime, there was the fourth or fifth Ghostbusters movie. It's like a couple weeks back that released.
Oh yeah.
So like a continuation from the most recent reboot.
Yeah, I didn't know about the what's this? The second reboot that happened recently?
It's the second reboot. The first reboot had no direct continuity. These most recent two do.
Yeah.
The old cast at least are still alive. And
the one before the recent one is like the children of the original cast.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
And the children from
I just knew it was all girls.
Harold Ramis. I forget his name.
That's
Spangler?
the
The character name.
the one that Kevin is thinking of. Definitely got shit on with that all-female cast.
Yeah.
I never saw any of these movies.
Yeah.
I
I've
actually
only
don't
seen-
like anything besides the first one.
I've only seen the original. I've never even seen the like OG sequel.
The original sequel is not very good. It's fun for the first part, but then once they get the proton part, like once they're Ghostbusters again, because the first part of the second movie, like they gotta like pick up pieces to get the band back together.
Yeah.
That's fun, but once they're back in the suits, it's like a retread and boring. Like them just being like a bunch of schlubby guys trying to like have like basically being exterminators, but they're exterminating ghosts. Makes such a fun movie, and it's like very dry humor. So in that respect, I guess the first reboot is the most like similar, because they were trying to make a comedy, Damn, super stocking up on high potions there.
I'm so tired of not being able to heal.
What's our current craft level? Oh, 9, okay. So it's like whatever, the thing you haven't made before will get you, so whatever doesn't have a check mark yet will get you the most EXP. That encourages you just to keep making shit.
Yep. That's what I do. Alright, done what I can.
How do you like the crafting? It's there.
It's there. It's hard to have a strong opinion about it, I guess.
It's a way of putting mini treasures scattered across the open world.
Yeah, I love all that. It's great. Is that where it came from? I think it is.
Yes.
Okay. More. Rude. Boys.
Come on, out you go.
Oh yeah, there was some official like story book that came out for Rebirth, and it has like a lot of details about characters and stuff. Elena is 18 in this game.
Well, look who it is.
You here to pick a fight?
Well, you can have an underage girl working
What?
like that.
Oh, no.
I thought she was
Stopping
older.
off some unruly passengers.
Oh, I see what you mean.
They were fine when we left Junon, and then they weren't. So, here we are. Don't know why. One minute they
I'm
were
gonna
okay,
say,
and the next,
yeah, if I didn't know her age, I don't know, it's 24 at
whatever.
most for me.
This is way above my pay grade.
Yeah, I figured she was like mid-20s.
So, that's it?
Well,
I think she's still a blabbermouth in
Since
this
you're
game, like she is an OG.
She's basically the bad guy's Yuffie.
I guess, yeah. Jesus Christ, that phone is
we'd love
big.
to stay and chat, but Rude and I are busy.
Oh, one of our favorite boss fights for remake.
She'll be more than happy to keep you company though.
This is Valkyrie or something, right?
Yep.
Now play nice. Shitbirds.
Take the lead. Follow my lead. You're up. Let's go. Right.
Okay.
Ready. You're up.
Here goes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna play as Aerith.
Get your words up.
Yep.
You'll see. Here. Cut.
We got all the awards we learned so far.
What? You cut out.
Just 370 more awards still have to learn. I think we only have like a few. Right?
Well, we just got a new one.
Let's go to work.
My
These
heels
keep
keep
getting
getting
canceled.
stuffed. Yeah.
Take over.
Get him. Cut. One more shot.
It's my understanding, like, having, you can get, like, work between words or something. You kind of use that to, like, kind of bait enemies to follow her one way and then just work for the other side.
That's it. Let's get serious.
I think right now we got him over, like,
Come on. Go for it. Hang back.
inner strength.
Wait, what's her limit?
It's healing wind.
Stay strong and carry on.
Her level 2 is Planet Protector. It makes you invincible briefly.
Yep.
It's pretty nice. Oh, I'm getting like... I'm on fire. Okay.
This one's for you. Just a little too high.
Aw,
I think we're
yeah.
almost done. Here it comes.
She already got her limit again?
Huh. Can you level it up? It levels up to your synergy. I understand, like, the only way to get, like, the third level
Love and grace.
synergy skills or...
Yeah, it makes sense.
We appreciate you, like, them giving you a way of getting refocus, how to use a material slot.
Yeah.
Give us synergy. You got a lot of ATB to play with.
Have fun.
Whee! Okay, so summon, re-raise, Aerith.
Now's
Nope.
our chance.
Should have selected Arise.
Gonna make you do everything?
How long is it gonna... Okay. Oh, this should be good.
There's still a bunch of these you haven't seen yet.
No, I've seen them all, I think.
I'll show you what I can do.
Oh, it's time for her to re-up her wards.
Good job.
I was trying to see if... Oh my god.
I'll finish
Okay.
Everyone yet destroyed.
I was trying to see if I could guard it. No.
Go for it, guys.
Now it's got an exclamation mark. You just want to cancel them out of it and run away.
Here goes. Looking for me? You'll see. Yeah! Go on!
Red's limit on one day.
Level 2, Howling Moon. Longer lasting vengeance mode. Yeah, let's do it.
We got a bunch of limits ready.
Yep. This is fun.
Angelo cannon.
Alright, let's have him ascend.
We're done!
What a team!
Guess the Turks are back on duty, huh?
Wish they'd all go on vacation.
For real.
Come on. We need to find the others.
The next order of business is the Magnus Materia Project. As you are aware,
Yeah, I guess it's a better name than
simultaneous energy spikes
Big
were detected
Materia
in
or
local
whatever, right?
reactors across
It was
the
just
world.
huge.
Huge
So they got
We're
materia.
analyzing the data
That's
from
what
the
she
site.
said.
We found the spikes stemmed from the arrival of visitors, unfathomably large life forms.
I do like this because it kind of introduces them earlier in the plot. They just kind of. I haven't reached that point yet in the
Based
main
on
game.
available information, it would seem so. They supposedly appear when the
Yeah, they're
planet
also
is
kind of
in
noting the
danger.
weapons too.
And each one carries an enormous orb of materia. More specifically, an orb from which they themselves were born. They are living enigmas, organisms dying to be understood. And finally, my dream of capturing one is within reach. Oh, what I wouldn't give to peel one's flesh back, pull it apart, and see what makes it tick. What?
Your wish, Professor, will soon be granted. We'll all get what we want once that materia is ours.
This is ridiculous. Why waste time monster hunting when we're on the brink of creating the materia ourselves?
I'm aware of your efforts, but it would behoove us to obtain naturally occurring specimens as well.
Well, they would look good in the lobby.
Put them in the bathroom for all I care.
I like everyone's
Just leave me
perspective.
the carcasses. Those I'll take.
Mr. President, please. What is this really about?
Wutai is after them.
Well, talk about burying the lead. Heidegger, I'll need troops.
My finest for the Madam Director.
Mr. President,
Yes.
There he is.
there's a question I never had the chance to ask your father. Perhaps you could speak on his behalf. We used Avalanche's activities as a cover to sabotage our own reactors and destroy Sector 7. Your father assured us these acts were in service to the Neo-Midgar project. However, the fact remains that we have yet to locate the promised land of legend, or even confirm if it actually exists.
Great though he was, my father was old. And in his dotage, he became rash. But while we're on the subject, there's something I've been meaning to ask all of you regarding those decisions. Why is it that none of you even tried to stop him?
Shinra must change. We must break new ground, grow stronger, smarter, observe, adapt, expand, control.
My father built his empire with your loyal support, and I demand the same. I expect you all to prove that you are devoted not only to the company, but to me.
Oh.
Oh, hello, friend.
Yeah?
Let me in.
Let's pause the game right here. Take a break.
Sounds good.
Yep. Little cliffhanger for the next YouTube video.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for watching. See you around.